Hi, my name is Abby Lynch, and I'm the Teen Services Librarian at the Brookfield Library, and we're back for another Teen Book Talk video. Just one update before we get into the recommendations. The library is now offering curbside pickup. You can place holds on items online, and you'll be contacted with a method for pickup to schedule a time, or you can call 203-775-6241 to get more information from our circulation desk. I will still be mostly trying to feature books that you can find online through our e-resources, because I know some people may not be able or might not want to come out to the library quite yet, and that's totally fine. So I'll continue to spotlight mostly e-resources, but every once in a while I might throw in a book that we only have a copy of at the library. And I'll try and let you know when that happens. So this week, in response to current events, we posted a list of books on racism and anti-racism on our social media, including a list of books for teens. And I'll include that list in my newsletter this week, but if you're watching this video on Instagram, you can also go into our highlights on our page, or we did post to the main feed with the list to check those books out. And I would really encourage you to take a look at it. It's a really good list with a lot of good titles. Today in my book talk, I will be sharing books by Black authors. They aren't necessarily books about racism or anti-racism like we explored on Tuesday. I tried to choose books that would show a whole range of experiences and emotions, and also different genres of stories by Black authors. So first up is Inventing Victoria by Tania Bolden. And this is one that we don't have online, but we do have a copy of at the library, so you could place it on hold for curbside pickup. And Tania Bolden writes really great historical fiction, and this one takes place in the late 1800s. As a young woman in 1880 Savannah, Essie's dreams are very much at odds with her reality. Ashamed of her beginnings, but unwilling to accept the path currently available to her, Essie is trapped between the life she has and the life she wants. Until she meets a lady named Dorcas Fashion, the richest and most cultured Black woman she's ever encountered. When Dorcas makes Essie an offer she can't refuse, she becomes Victoria. Transformed by a fine wardrobe, a classic education, and the rules of etiquette, Victoria is soon welcomed in the upper echelons of Black society in Washington, D.C. But when the life she desires is finally within her grasp, Victoria must decide how much of herself she is truly willing to surrender. I'm looking forward to reading this one. I've had this ARC copy before it came out, and it's been on my to-read list for a while, so definitely check out the library's copy of this one, and check out Tania Bolden's other books too. I've read some of hers, and they're very well put together, thoughtful historical fiction, if you like historical fiction. The next book is Not So Pure and Simple, and this is one that when the book came in, I always take a look through the first couple of pages when I get a new book shipment in, and I was reading lines out loud to everyone in the office back when we were open when we got this book in, because there were lines that were just so funny that I was like, I have to read these out loud to everyone. And this is by Lamar Giles, and it's about Dell. Dell has a crush on Kiara Westing ever since kindergarten, but she always has a boyfriend. Now in junior year, she's finally available, and Dell is ready to make his move. When Kiara volunteers for a heart-changing opportunity at church, Dell is right behind her, though he quickly realizes he has inadvertently signed up for a purity pledge. With help from Kiara's friend Jameer, he doubles down to win her affection before another guy swoops in. But has anyone stopped to ask what Kiara wants? So I haven't gotten all the way through it, but I have started this one, and like I was saying, I was reading lines out loud at the library to my coworkers because it's just a very fun voice. The main character has a very fun voice. So this is available as an ebook on Hoopla, and Lamar Giles also writes, he has written a lot of thrillers, and he has some other great books that are available as ebooks on Hoopla as well. And next book is another contemporary, and it's Tiffany Sly Lives Here Now by Dana L. Davis. 16-year-old Tiffany Sly lost her mom to cancer and has to move in with the biological dad she never knew she had. As Tiffany gets acclimated to her new life and her 4 new sisters and a new guy across the street, she is keeping a secret. Another man claims he's Tiffany's real father, and she has only 7 days before he shows up to demand a paternity test, and the truth comes out. She learns that family is in the bonds that you make, and life sometimes means taking a risk. And this one is available as an ebook on Hoopla. Another historical fiction, but this time a little bit more recent in history. This is Let Me Hear a Rhyme by Tiffany D. Jackson with lyrics by Malik 16 Sharif. And this is set in Brooklyn in 1998. Qadir and Jarrell aren't cool letting their best friend Steph's music be forgotten after he is murdered. They come up with a new rap name to promote Steph's music, and soon everyone wants a piece of him. But when his demo catches the attention of a hot-headed music label, the trio must race to prove Steph's talent from beyond the grave. And this is available as an ebook on Hoopla as well. And Tiffany D. Jackson has some other books available on Hoopla as well. She also writes a lot of kind of thriller type books that are available. And then the last book that I'm going to feature today is called The Black Panther, the Young Prince by Ronald L. Smith. And so this is a novel inspired by the Marvel comic character. And when conflict breaks out near Wakanda, 12-year-old T'Challa and M'Baku are sent to attend middle school in Chicago. T'Challa has a high-tech suit and vibranium ring to use in case of emergencies. And he's realizing quickly that he may not be as equipped for life in America as he thought he was. When strange things begin happening around school, T'Challa sets out to uncover the source. But what he discovers in the process is far more sinister than he could have ever imagined. In order to protect his friends and stop an ancient evil, T'Challa must take on the mantle of a hero, setting him on the path to becoming the Black Panther. So Black Panther fans, if you wanted a novelization of middle school T'Challa, there's that one for you on Hoopla, and that's available as an ebook on Hoopla. Hoopla also has a selection of Black Panther comic books you could check out if you're a Black Panther fan, and also they have an audiobook about Shuri by Nick Stone available. So I hope you enjoyed this week's book talks. I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care and stay healthy.